Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, I'm going over my top picks for best VPNs. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, I have tested out a lot of different VPNs. The VPNs that I'm recommending today are my best VPNs overall in terms of value. What is the best bang for your buck? I have 5 different categories, and the VPNs today I would say finished overall best out of those 5 categories. The first category is speed. How fast can you download with it? How fast can you upload with it? The second category is safety and security. The third category is features and functionality. The fourth category is ease of use. And the fifth category is price. Before I get into the VPNs, I want to say I highly recommend against picking up a free VPN. In my opinion, a free VPN is a very dangerous VPN. VPNs do very specific things, and you want a reputable VPN. If you go with a free VPN, it might provide you the service you're looking for, but at a cost to your own safety and security. So after all of my testing, the 3 top VPNs that I've narrowed it down to are Private Internet Access, SurfShark, and NordVPN. NordVPN does have a star beside it, and I'll get to that in a bit. For the first category, overall speed, this one you have to take with a grain of salt. You can run the same speed test again and again and again and get different numbers each time. There are a ton of different factors that impact your overall speed. I would say the biggest one though is the server location in relation to where you are. For example, if you're in the States and you're connecting to a server out in Germany, chances are your connection is going to be impacted pretty significantly. On the other hand, if you're connected to a server a few blocks away, your connection should be pretty quick. Realistically, if you're connected to a VPN server in your same geographical location, you should see your speeds lowered by about 10 to 15, maybe even 20% in some cases, and there really isn't a way around that. With all of that being said, I found NordVPN was the fastest VPN when I was connected both locally and not locally, followed closely by PIA and then SurfShark. SurfShark I found actually maintained a pretty good connection when I was connected not locally, and I found that PIA had problems with uploads when I was connected not locally. For the second category, safety and security. This is both for the safety and security of the app and VPN itself, whether or not it has any DNS leaks or anything like that, and for the safety and security of your own information. And the winner to this category by a landslide is PIA. Some people might argue this point up and down, saying, hey, PIA is located within 5 eyes and 9 eyes and 14 eyes surveillance, so therefore it's not safe and secure. And I'll argue that by stating PIA has been involved in multiple court cases, and in multiple court cases has proved they keep no logs whatsoever. SurfShark is the runner-up in this category. They are located in the British Virgin Islands, and they are outside of 5 eyes surveillance. They have not been tested in court, so we don't know for certain that the no logs policy holds true. But at the same time, no news is not necessarily bad news. No news can be good news because they haven't been proven wrong yet. Now in this category, in last place is NordVPN. NordVPN has a big star beside it. They are in my top recommended VPNs, but at the same time, in the safety and security portion, there is a big star. They're not going to like me saying this, but what needs to be said needs to be said. In 2018, they were hacked. They were not forthcoming about the fact that they were hacked, and they later on admitted it in 2019. So there's a bit of a gap between when they were hacked and when they actually told customers that yes, they were hacked, and they weren't necessarily forthcoming with any of that information. The overall dishonesty and lack of transparency with NordVPN has dealt it a massive blow in the VPN community. It still remains very popular because it is a good VPN, but at the same time, this is a bit of a scar, I'll say, on their overall history. Now, in terms of features and functionality, we have the settings menu from all 3 VPNs up here. We have NordVPN, PIA, and SurfShark. All 3 VPNs have things like kill switches that will disconnect you from the internet if the VPN disconnects. They also have built-in features that will block malware, ads, and trackers. As a relatively new VPN, SurfShark does lag behind the competition just a little bit. They are constantly improving, but at the same time, they are right now lacking things like WireGuard. They are planning on implementing it in the future, but right now they don't have that feature. Whereas PIA does have things like WireGuard, and NordVPN has their own custom version of WireGuard called NordLynx. The overall winner in this category is private internet access. They have a lot of features for both the beginner and the advanced user. On top of that, they keep building out features at a relatively fast pace. On top of all of that, they are completely open source. Nord here is a close second. Now for the category of ease of use, this is one that's very interesting and I would say is completely subjective. At the same time, I think SurfShark is the winner hands down, long and far. There is nothing that is even close at this point to be as easy to use as SurfShark. I find SurfShark is a set it and forget it kind of VPN. If you don't really plan on configuring a whole lot, you just want it to work and work well, SurfShark does an amazing job of that. I have also found SurfShark to have one of the most stable long-term connections. If you're connected to a VPN for multiple days at a time or even multiple weeks at a time, I have had the least amount of problems with SurfShark. I've had to disconnect and reconnect quite frequently with Nord actually. I don't find their servers to be overly stable. With PIA, I find their servers alright, but overnight sometimes I do run into some issue in the morning and it's just a quick disconnect and reconnect to get things fired back up. And this goes for both the mobile app and for the PC app. I have found SurfShark to be incredibly stable and I give them the big thumbs up here. Private internet access is second in this category, and way behind in third place is Nord. And with all of that being said, private internet access is creeping up very quickly in this category. And now for the last category, price. This category is very interesting because there are a ton of different deals out there. It doesn't necessarily seem like all two deals are the same. On top of that, these VPNs are geared that you purchase multiple years of use in order to get the best deal. If you want to pay every month for a VPN, it's the most expensive way to do so, but out of these three, PIA is the cheapest at $9.95, followed by Nord at $11.95, and SurfShark is actually the most expensive at $12.95 a month. But if you go for a 2-year deal, which is probably the best bet, SurfShark works out to be the cheapest, and it works out to be about $2.21 a month. PIA is second here, and it comes out to $2.69 a month, and Nord is the most expensive, coming out at $3.71 a month. So basically, SurfShark is $59.76 for 2 years, PIA is $69.95 for 2 years, and Nord works out to $89 for 2 years. So after reviewing all of those categories, you can go through and pick your winners out of them, or you can listen to me. So I'm going to go over my top 2 winners out of these 3 top VPNs. First and foremost, if you are a beginner user, maybe you are new to VPNs, maybe you just don't want to configure your VPN, you want to set it and forget it VPN that is also a fairly low cost, then the winner is very clear. And the winner for that is SurfShark. This is actually the VPN that I recommend most because a lot of people aren't necessarily the most experienced with VPNs, and this is extremely beginner friendly. Now, if you are an experienced or an advanced user, or you want something that is bulletproof and has been proven and is a relatively good cost, I recommend private internet access. PIA is an incredibly good VPN and I have been using it for years. SurfShark I've been using more and more recently. It's a really good up-and-comer, but my steady Eddie here is PIA. And lastly, if you want to stick with a well-known name, a popular VPN, then I do recommend NordVPN. NordVPN is one of the big guns in the VPN world. They are used by a ton of people. They are huge. They're endorsed by a ton of people. I think even PewDiePie endorses NordVPN. On top of that, Nord keeps expanding with new offerings. For example, a password manager called NordPass. So if you're looking for popularity, one of the big guns at a very reasonable price, then NordPass might be right up your alley. Now, for full disclosure, I am affiliated with both SurfShark and PIA. I decided to become affiliated with them after I had used and reviewed both of their VPNs. I'm very impressed with both of their offerings, and I reached out to them afterwards after I had already tested a bunch of different VPNs out and asked if I could become affiliated, and lo and behold, I could. So I am also affiliated with ExpressVPN, but you can see here Express did not make the list because I think Express is way too expensive. I think they priced themselves out of contention for top VPN. Anyways, that is all I've got for today. If anything changes, if my opinion about any of these VPNs change, or if there's a new recommendation, I will let you know in the comments below, and I will also do an updated video. VPNs grow and change on a constant basis. So this might not be correct next year. It might not be correct in a couple months. If anything changes, check the comment section. Additionally, if you have a VPN that's your favorite, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on these 3 VPNs here or any other VPNs out there. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.